Hello everybody, I'm Sky, another Imperial Valley Chat. So I'm looking in the April 6th Sunday edition of the Imperial Valley Press, and two things. There is a Menvielle IID Director, elect me, John Pierre Menvielle, and then right across is a letter, Voice of the People, from a woman from Brawley, who says, hey, I was wondering how long voters in Imperial Valley will continue to put up with Director Menvielle not telling the truth. When the hedging scandal first broke, Director Menvielle stood in the IID Board of Directors meeting and claimed full responsibility. At that time, I believed he was grandstanding and really wasn't the one at fault. After finding out the loss was in tens of millions of dollars, Director Menvielle changed his story and claimed that he was lied to. I wonder which statement is true. According to the ex-CFO, that Director Menvielle was informed about the hedging problems and chose to ignore them. Who is right? Was JP lied to, or was he fully informed? When I served on the Power Consumers Advisory Committee, I got to know Chris Fontaine really well. One thing I found out about her is that you can take what she says to the bank. In other words, she has a high degree of integrity and ethics, so she is probably not lying. Could she have been mistaken? I doubt it. According to Chris, she was so concerned about the problem, she ordered the KPMG report to confirm her fears. Does this sound like someone who would say everything is okay? I doubt it, and I also do not believe she mistook Director Menvielle for one of the other directors. She has known the Menvilles for a long time. Is there another way to confirm the truth? Yes. The other day, I was shown a set of minutes from the Energy Committee meeting on September 12, 2005. These minutes indicate that Mr. Menvielle was warned by IID's risk manager about speculating on natural gas the week before he voted to do so. This was the confirmation I needed to determine who was telling the truth. That person is Chris Fontaine. I believe it is time for a change at IID. Let's get directors who will represent us and directors who will tell us the truth, not some slanted, covered-up political version of it. PR Shorty Hickingbottom. So, Brawley, way to go, sister. It's stuff like this that is really good, and it's just in all the communities I've lived in, the ones that are really vibrant, the ones that really had stuff going on, were the ones that you had morning shows on the radio that really discussed these local issues. When I lived in Hawaii, Honolulu, you had a couple of those radio stations, and just the different people who they would talk about the local community issue, and it was the same and then when I drive cross country, same thing. You just hear about different people's community views, and what's going on, and that's what NPR, National Public Radio, is. So it's just too bad they don't really talk about the Imperial Valley too much. So it's like, man, if I had my way, if I could just wish something that could happen, I would either take over Menville's position, or run for district or office, or mayor or city council, whatever, to start getting into public office once I can start getting income. But also, I would, if possible, would start a radio station, and either or, but have a radio station and just have each morning a 2-hour radio show that I would host, and I would interview people. And the first hour would be from 7 to 8, basically when the kids are awake and going to school, and would cover topics like, just local community events, what is happening with different things, different, if there was a murder, if there was a car crash, if there's, issues of kids getting drunk, people breaking the law, of, bodies being found out in the desert, what the community is doing, community events, even oh, there's going to be a fair, there's going to be a parade, there's going to be this barbecue, there's going to be this or that, and it's just, something that basically all ages can listen to, and everybody can engage in, and if anybody had input, so I would want to interview the mayors of cities, the fire police chief, if there was a community leader that just had whatever going on, just interview that person. So religious leaders as well, and let people call in. So the first half hour is me just talking to the person. The second half hour is people calling in and asking their own questions. So it's just a range of topics, and if, if it takes on the full 2 hours, cool. Otherwise, in the second hour, once all the kids are in school, so it's an 18 and over audience that should be listening to us, start having topics of conversation that are more of an adult nature. So that way a little bit more zany, also a little bit more serious at times, because they're like, hey, like, it's like, so if there is a sex scandal, like, that's my like perfect time to have this guy on the radio show and talk to him about it. But I would love to do that. I just think that, hey, maybe I got the mic skills for it. I've been told before, sometimes when I'm speaking on the mic on this one radio station in college, the guys were like, man, dude, just like very white. I was like, all right, cool. But hey, why not? And I would have the website linked to it, and with the advertising and just community impact that the radio station would have, I would make it so that the website would also be a way of generating cash, because it hits. But so that's like the first thing. Oh, by the way, I know a woman who has ran 3 radio stations. So I'm not, when I say like, hey, I can either start a radio station, or if enough community leaders got behind me, like just if I got enough go ahead, like thousands of people, so like let the viral marketing work. But if like thousands of people viewed this video, I could like start walking around and saying, hey, I'm apparently real popular, and I can start a radio station. I have this much support. So would you be willing to have like basically businesses give me some money so I can start the thing? I'll start advertising for you guys, and I will guarantee you high ratings, because this is what the Imperial Valley needs. And then music-wise, well, there's this broad selection. So there's a lot of stuff, but it would be like stuff I like, and it would not be just the same 10, 15 groups all day long. Because that's, oh man, that's the thing I didn't like, about some of these radio stations, is that, okay, I like Green Day, just not all the time. And with 93.7, it's like, hey, it's a good thing I like Godsmack. It's a good thing I like AC/DC and stuff, because otherwise, like, I just get a little fed up with hearing them all the time. Just like more variety, and with Q96, modern music, please. So I'm hip to the culture and what's going on, and what the kids listen to, and so that's the other thing. Is like, if we could get Adam Carolla radio station, get Loveline on there as well. So like, especially get Loveline, because that's just the best education source for kids about just sex, relationships, everything. If parents are like, oh, what do I say? How do I talk to them about it? Loveline takes care of it all. So, and because it's on so late, it's not going to interfere. Like, it's if the kid wants to listen to it, and the parent doesn't mind, eh? But yeah, there's stuff like that. And there's also like a nighttime radio show, which sometimes you hear on 93.7. So that's the other thing, is that like we just need a radio station that we can more hear, and especially if we penetrate into Mexicali as well, because hey man, when I go down to Mexicali, it's like, damn it, I can't hear any more good music. So that's just an idea. If anybody's interested or is curious about this, contact me. I'll let you know about the woman I know, and I know people, so I can make this happen. And I want to see the Imperial Valley get better. I want to see the air clean up. I want to see people get jobs. And I think if I start helping the Imperial Valley this way, maybe it could happen. Maybe we can clean up our home. Thanks.